15 Best Things to Do in Italy. Spectacular Italy needs almost no introduction, and is one of the most popular travel destinations in Europe. Italy's impact on the world can be seen all over the country, in the beautiful artwork, crumbling ruins, and impressive palaces and castles that dot the horizon. In addition to exploring Italy proper, you can also hop over to neighboring Sicily, and enjoy a different side of life that also offers some of the best food and drink in the region. Here are the 15 best things to do in Italy. Number 1. Visit the Valley of the Temples. If you are going to visit charming Sicily as part of your travels, then your first stop needs to be the Valley of the Temples, which is located in Agrigento. Here you will find a huge archaeological complex that has some of the most intact Doric temples that were built here in the 5th century. One of the best things about the temples here is that they overlook the town below, and you can take in the stunning views as you tour the historical site. Number 2. Learn how to row a gondola in Venice when the sun sets. Taking a gondola ride tops the list of things to do in Venice, Italy, but Row Venice makes you see the city like never before. It is an initiative to promote and preserve Venetian culture, by teaching the techniques of voga alla veneta, the style of poling the gondola. The evening rowing lesson is 90 minutes long, beginning when the sun sets. Number 3. Go boating inside the glowing cave, Blue Grotto. The Blue Grotto cave in the Capri Islands is a rare experience. Make sure you don't miss it on your Italy tour. You board a boat that takes you to a dark cave, which actually glows blue. As you sail, ancient Neapolitan melodies playing slowly in the background make it truly mesmerizing. Travelers from across the globe come over here to witness this magical cave, and strike this off from their bucket list of best things to do in Italy. Number 4. Hike the Cinque Terre. For spectacular views, picturesque villages, wild open landscapes, and local experiences, it's hard to beat the 5 towns of Italy's Cinque Terre, and the cliff path that connects them. The 12-kilometer Sentiero Azzurro stretches from Monte Rosso to Rio Maggiore, but it's conveniently broken into segments that you can hike from one town to the next, returning or moving on by train. Hiking the entire route requires stamina, good boots, and a head for heights, as it is carved in places into nearly vertical cliffs above the sea, with no railings. Number 5. Take to the waters of Lake Como. Lake Como in Lombardy spans an amazing 146 square kilometers, and is the perfect place to get out on the water and explore Italy by boat. The area around Lake Como has houses owned by some of the richest celebrities in the world, which tells you everything to know about the kind of views you can expect here. The landscape surrounding the lake is covered with alpine forest, and traditional villages, as well as dainty ornate houses that make you feel as if you are in a picture postcard version of an Italian masterpiece. Number 6. Enjoy the art at the Uffizi Gallery. Anyone heading to Florence shouldn't miss the chance to visit one of arguably the most famous galleries in the world. This museum is stuffed full of works of Italian greats such as Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Caravaggio, which are all displayed in one of the prettiest buildings in Italy, the Palazzo degli Uffizi. The palazzo looks over the mighty Arno River and is a must-visit for any art lover. Number 7. Marvel at the Coliseum. You can't come to Rome and not visit one of the most famous attractions in the world, the mighty Coliseum. The ruins of what was once a magnificent amphitheater are one of the greatest historical relics of our time, and once it would have had a capacity of over 50,000 spectators. The amphitheater is most well known for the gladiator matches that would have been showcased here, and you can sit in the stands and imagine the violent spectacles that used to be performed here for the enjoyment of the crowds. Number 8. Take a trip to Pompeii. Pompeii is famous for the events that took place here in 79 AE, when Mount Vesuvius erupted and covered the town in ash. The eruption meant that Roman life was captured and frozen in time, and when the site was excavated it offered a glimpse of a bygone era. If you visit Pompeii today you can expect a kind of open-air museum where you will find preserved houses, baths, and ancient Roman forums, all filled with the relics of the people who were living here when the eruption took place. Number 9, take a boat trip along the Amalfi Coast. The gorgeous Amalfi Coast is one of the most scenic spots in Italy, and if you want to experience as much of it as possible in the shortest amount of time, then consider taking a boat trip along the shoreline. A number of companies offer boat rental, and you can take in sights such as the towering Laterri Mountains, as well as various cute coves and inlets. Seemingly out of nowhere traditional Mediterranean villages will appear, and boat tours usually come with food and drinks included, so that you can snack on local produce as you take in the views. Number 10, go on a pilgrimage to the Vatican. Vatican City is actually its own state within Italy, although you can only visit this landlocked area by first traveling to Rome. If you are in the region then you should definitely consider swinging by one of the most important religious spots in the world, which is home to powerhouses such as the Piazza San Pietro, and St. Peter's Basilica. You can also take in the majesty of the Vatican Palace, as well as the Sistine Chapel which features the creation of Adam. Number 11, climb Stromboli. On a visit to Sicily, you absolutely can't miss the chance to climb at least partway up Stromboli, a still active volcano. If you are looking for an easy trek then you can walk 400 meters up the sides of Stromboli by yourself, although if you want to continue on to the crater which still billows clouds of ash and fire then you will need a certified guide to take you. It can be quite a slog to the top, but it is well worth it for the spectacular views. Number 12, climb the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa in Pisa is a fluke of architecture, as when the tower was constructed it immediately started to sink into the marshy ground beneath it. This gave the tower its signature crooked stance, and at various times in its existence, it has been both open and closed to the public as architects struggle to assess if it is safe to enter. When the tower is open you can climb to the viewing platform at the top where you can look across all of Pisa. Number 13, ride a bike and sip on the finest wines in the Tuscan countryside. Clinking wine glasses while watching the sunset and tinges of gold spread above the wineries is one of the best things to do in Italy for leisure. But before you do that, tour the wineries on a bicycle. You can opt for a group bicycle tour that'll take you to the vineyards, villas, castle, hills, and olive groves. The other alternative is renting a bike and exploring as you please. Number 14, go to the beach. Surrounded by water, Italy has a lot of coastline, and some of the finest beaches in Europe, from miles-long stretches of white sand to tiny secluded coves hidden by spectacular cliffs. In August, it seems as though everyone in Italy heads to the popular beaches of Viareggio, San Remo, Rimini and the other resort towns on the Adriatic and Mediterranean. It's a slice of Italian life like no other, as much a social scene as it is about the sand and sea. Number 15, gorge on authentic Neapolitan pizzas in Naples. If you are in Italy and heading home without getting the taste of authentic Neapolitan pizza, many would count it as sin. Naples is said to serve the best pizzas in Italy and in the world. From charred crust and fresh mozzarella to San Marzano tomatoes and fresh herbs, every ingredient adds to the out-of-the-world taste of these pizzas. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.